It's on days like today that I realize I might have one of the best jobs on the entire planet. Why? Because I get to eat some truly mythical meat, Wagyu steaks. And that's right, what we have in front of us, sent to us from our friends at Ween's Wagyu. If you want to order for yourself, we've included a link in the description below. We have two types of Wagyu steaks, if you could really call it that. One is the real deal. It's 100% Wagyu beef and it's dry aged. This is really a unique cut. It's not something that you're gonna find in your grocery shelves. You're not gonna find it on very many menus either. Of all beef that's labeled Wagyu, a lot of it is really what they call American Wagyu here in the United States. America! That is Wagyu that's been mixed with another breed, typically Angus. You can call it Wangus, you can call it Angus. Look, they're both delicious steaks. What's gonna be one of the primary differences is the marbling, of course. And as you've heard me say many times before, the fat is where it's at. That's right. That's where beef meat in general gets a lot of its flavor. And this 100% Wagyu, it's gonna be really tough to beat that. Look at that. Look at all the intermuscular fat that's in there. That's gonna provide a lot of flavor. The Wagyu cross, very well marbled. It's gonna be right up there and even better than a prime steak, but it's not going to be quite as much marbling as the 100%. How will that impact flavor? Well, that's why we're making this video. We can't wait to find out. We're gonna go ahead and trim some of the fat on these. I'm gonna take and I'm gonna cut off this tail right down here. What am I gonna do with this fat? Well, I'm not going to waste it. Anytime I trim, especially Wagyu fat, I save it and I freeze it because I like to make beef tallow with it. And I show you how to do that in another video. So there is some good meat on here you can use and grind that up for burgers. I might actually just trim that off and have that as like a little snack.
Like, would you do it for a Joey snack?
We got some outer fat right here. We're just gonna go ahead and trim that up too a little bit. All right, so now that these are fully trimmed, we're gonna get this grill fired up to 1500 degrees. It's an infrared grill. This technology is used in steakhouses across the country. Check out our video where we visited Steak 48 in Chicago. We met with Chef Brian Key, and man, that guy can cook. Enough with the blah, blah, blah. Let's go ahead and get this fired up and get these steaks cooking. All right, we got these steaks cooking. We're gonna cook them to an internal temperature of about 130 degrees. While those are cooking, I just wanna take a moment, give a shout out, and one, thank Blazing Bulls for sending us this amazing grill, but also thank INTOTHEAM for sending me these incredible shirts. We've included links below for both the shirts and the grill if you wanna check them out for yourself. And as I can tell you personally with these shirts, they do a really good job of making my dad bod look amazing. These steaks took about 6 minutes to cook end to end. This Blazing Bull just gets blazing hot. I pulled them off at closer to 125 degrees. I didn't want to risk overcooking them. I know there would be some carryover heat, and it is Wagyu, so I really wanted something that's closer to a rare to a medium rare, not to overdo it. Now, I'm gonna cut them up, then we're gonna invite the intern, T-Bone Stone, in to do a taste test. Let's mix it up so he doesn't know which one is which. You couldn't possibly have the iocane powder in your glass. Whatever. Death of a Sicilian. Something like that from Princess Bride. I don't know. I was trying to be cute. I totally messed it up because, oh, there goes the fork.
Inconceivable!
Inconceivable! Hey, T-Bone, when you come over, can you bring me a new fork, pal? All right, we got these totally mixed up, mashed up. He won't know which is which to keep the integrity of this test. All right, T-Bone, I see you got a drink to cleanse your palate.
Yes, sir.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
This is gonna be the best steak you've ever eaten in your life. I guarantee it.
Better than
Absolutely. Not to be smirched, but I don't think they have Wagyu on the menu at this, man. You're gonna take this side, all right?
This is actually my first meal in a week since I got my wisdom teeth taken out, so pretty excited for this.
Well, you picked a good one, man. This is a way to start it right back up.
No kidding. Super juicy. The sweet flavor, kind of.
Yeah? Oh, he's going back for seconds, man. Been eating smoothies all week.
Outside of it kind of has that, I can't put a finger on it. It's like a salty with sweet kind of taste on the outside of it.
Okay.
Inside's just juicy. You know, once you bite in, you taste that juice.
Does it taste like a regular steak that you get at the store? Or flavor-wise, how does it pair up with that?
It's better than your store steak.
Better than your store steak, okay. Now, you're up for the second one. Oh, that's right, cleanse the palate. Good work. I want to get your reactions to these before I try them myself. Treading lightly.
This is good.
Really?
It's even sweeter. It's kind of got more of kind of a crunch to it a little bit. Better crust.
Hold on now, save some for me. No, I'm kidding. Do you have a thought about which one is which now after tasting it? You know, this is a full-blood Wagyu versus an American Wagyu, which is really a cross, like we talked about earlier in the video. If you had to guess which one is which.
I'm thinking full blood and American.
Holy cow, you're getting good at this game. You got it right. 100% nailed it. Now it's my turn. Dude, I'm definitely picking up that sweet flavor. 100%. The Blazing Bull does put a nice crust on it. It's just so tender, man.
Super tender.
I'm picking up some of that funk from the dry age process, which is really, truly remarkable. I mean, this is an amazing steak. And because Wagyu has more fat, more marbling, and like we say, the fat is where it's at, right? You're just not gonna be able to eat as much of a Wagyu steak. That richness I can already starting to feel is filling me up after just a couple bites. But now, let's head on over here for the full blood, the real deal. Let's dive in. Oh.
Yeah, usually, kind of like you said earlier, it takes about a steak and a half to fill me up. I feel like this thing would take maybe like 3/4 of it. I would probably have some leftovers, if I'm being honest, which doesn't happen too often.
Yeah, no, when it comes to me and steak, leftovers don't happen too often. Super juicy. It's hard to quantify in words, but man, it's definitely a richer, even juicier cut than this over here. This is great. I mean, no one in their right mind would complain about being served Wangus. There's still a sweetness there. It's just a very savory, rich, and quite frankly, incredibly tender steak. Guys, you gotta check out Wagyu. Look, it's not an everyday steak, but it's definitely a way to treat yourself and your loved ones on those special occasions. Once you have this, you'll immediately realize it's just like nothing I've ever had before.
I feel like I can't have normal steak now.
You get spoiled here for sure. How do you guys like to cook Wagyu? Have you had it? Where have you had it? Was it American Wagyu? Was it 100%? Let us know in the comments below. Like I said, you gotta check it out. Speaking of checking it out, I gotta get back to checking out this steak. We'll see you guys next time. Man, woo!